Hi, this is ProExam. Welcome to this webinar from the NT ProAct office in Cyprus. The cold that the world economy's caught for us travelling and living and working abroad, it's had a big impact on everybody. It's not that we're actually not working. We've got people in the UK, Cyprus, Germany, and roundabout in Cyprus, submitting tax and land registry documents as we speak. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to do today's webinar from our office hub here. The first part I want to talk about today is UK self-employed treatment. Some interesting things. Now, we have a large UK tax business, primarily for UK self-employed contractors that are living and working abroad, and we're able to offer services and guidance for those expats and for those overseas workers in what they might do. But obviously with coronavirus, that's impacted many people around the world. Massive efforts going from governments to create help for business, and some self-employed come in different ways. Some are just contract workers, some are working for service companies, some are running small businesses as self-employed. But when that gets cross-border, how does that impact you? Well, it depends. So those UK self-employed contractors in the UK could potentially get some help from the UK, and you may be able to get help from your country in which you're tax resident. But this is primarily aimed at UK self-employed contractors, this talk today. So the government's offering some help, and what's that based upon? Well, the self-employed worker has to have done 3 years worth of tax returns in the UK, up to and including the 2019 18-19 return. That was due up until 5th of April 2019 and should have been submitted by 31st of January 2020. Now, we've submitted all our client self-employed returns. This scheme is only available to UK self-employed people who have submitted all the returns up to date, because the HMRC will offer you financial support based upon 3 years worth of UK tax returns. And what they're going to do is take an average of your net income for those 3 years and offer financial support on that. Now, I've heard a lot of negative press about this, but for a self-employed person, it's actually very, very good. And it's almost like free money. Where the government getting this money from? Well, the purpose of the point of having a central bank in any economy is that they print the money and they create the money. So literally the governments can print the money to put it into circulation, and this may well provide an inflationary push, but these are not ordinary times. So when people are losing their jobs and livelihoods and not able to leave the home and work, then obviously, you know, where's the money coming from to pay the next set of bills? Well, it's literally the government are going to print money to pay for that. And this is how the UK government will pay any self-employed workers in the UK. Now, it is restricted, so it's not aimed at very high earners, and you know, it's not there to bail out people who have not necessarily managed the money properly. It's there to keep businesses running. So let's assume that they're looking at a timescale of up to 3 months. So for March, April, May, UK self-employed people can get financial support. So if your net income is below £50,000 over the last 3 years, up to and including the April 2019 return, then the government will give you a grant of 80% of that net income. That could be a bit mean if you've, as a self-employed person, run all your costs through the business and actually had a low net income. However, it is still your net income, and if you can reduce your costs elsewhere, then it's matching what your net disposable income is in your business as far as the tax person the taxman is concerned. and then they will just give you this money. It doesn't matter whether you've lost 10% of your income, none of your income, or 100% of your income, they will still pay you this grant of 80%. So for self-employed people, everyone should apply for it if they qualify. But it's not every self-employed. One of the key criteria is up to £50,000. It's only paid on net profit, and you get 80% of that. But the grant, when it's given, so whatever is your equivalent monthly income, so if you've declared net income of £1,000 a month, then potentially the UK government could be paying 3 months of £1,000 to you in June, July this year, and that is income for a self-employed person in addition to whatever else they're earning. So if you had a big income fall, it's a welcome relief. If you had a small income fall, it's extra money, it's free money, but it is deemed to be taxable income. So if you have still earned your 12,000 for the year and you get another 3,000 in grant income, then it's extra taxable income. So you will pay income tax and national insurance on that. So just have that in mind. However, everybody's going to be impacted by the coronavirus because of the lockdown situation that we've got. So it's good opportunity for free money. One of the key criteria, though, is that the self-employed person has to have submitted his UK tax return for the tax year to the 5th of April 2019. Now, as I said earlier, this is due by the end of January last year. If you haven't done your self-employed tax return, and maybe you've been missing this and you're off the radar, maybe you've not even got 3 years worth of UK tax returns, you've got a few weeks now when you can get those tax returns up to date. So if you want any help to bring your accounts and your affairs up to date, whether you're solely UK based or whether you're a UK based expat living and working abroad, we can help you bring those tax returns up to date, but we need to do it quickly. So contact us at proactpartnership.com, contact us and ask us for some guidance and advice on how we can help you complete those returns and get them submitted online in time for the HMRC to contact you in April and May about making arrangements to get the grant. Now the grant are all going to be done through the HMRC, but if you want any guidance, advice on that, we can offer that as well. So contact us for help and guidance, proactpartnership.com. If you want a free review, we can offer that as well, and we have obviously our retained service and tax advice for our clients living and working abroad, expats in the UK, self-employed people based in the UK. Obviously, any registered expat and a resident in the UK is going to be eligible for this. So if you're an EU expat in the UK with settled status, then you'll be eligible for this grant potentially as well. So any help, contact us at proactpartnership.com, or you can chat with us through our Living and Working Abroad page on Facebook. Leave your comments below and follow us and register for our emails to stay in touch on how we can adapt to the corona crisis. Thanks very much for listening. In 5 minutes time we've got another short video vlog, live vlog. I'm going live again in 5 minutes to discuss some other aspects for expats living and working abroad with the corona cold that the economy's caught.